Have you ever committed to something not knowing what it fully entailed? And no, I'm not talking about relationships here. We'll save that for another video. All jokes aside, I actually felt this way when I purchased my first pre-construction home. In this video, I'll outline for you 5 things that I wish I knew before purchasing my first pre-construction home. Hi, welcome to my channel and thank you for tuning in. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sonia Ramgobin, and what I strive to do is to give you content in the real estate sector that will educate and provide you with value. I want to share with you some things I feel are important to know prior to purchasing your pre-construction home. Number 1, not being able to see the finished product. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time visualizing. This was my biggest challenge when purchasing my first pre-construction home. Seeing drawings and floor plans, it wasn't enough for me to be able to make a decision on what I wanted my home to look like. And because of that, I actually ended up purchasing a house that replicated one of the model homes on site. Being able to physically go into the model homes gave me that sense of comfort knowing what I would be getting. Now, although the builder model homes are a great way to get a feel for what you would be getting, keep in mind that those homes are filled with all the possible amenities and upgrades. So if you end up buying the standard package, the house that you get will look quite different. So my suggestion is to go one step further, beyond just relying on floor plans, websites, pictures, or what the model homes look like. Seek out for more information to ensure you're making the right choice. Go check out homes that they've completed and talk to those homeowners. You would be surprised on how helpful people can actually be. So I'll explain to you what happened to me. One weekend, I went for a drive to visit the street that my future home was going to be built. On one side of the street, the same builder homes were completed with homeowners residing inside. So what I decided to do is ring on one of my future neighbors' doorbell and introduce myself. I explained my situation and she kindly let me into her home for a quick tour. So don't underestimate the kindness of others, especially when they can relate to what you're going through. Number 2, choosing your lot. Choosing a lot for your home is a crucial piece of the home building process. Many factors can affect the design and features of your home and can also impact your quality of life in your home. So for example, paying attention to the direction the front of your home will face. I don't know if you can relate, but for me, the amount of sunlight that comes through my home is an important factor. North-facing homes block the sun. So for those of you that experience winter months, on those snowy days, you'll have snow on the driveway long after it falls. Whereas a south-facing house home will melt the snow and provide lots of sunlight, making your home warmer and brighter all year round. Another not so obvious factor that I thought would be something to consider is determining if your lot would be situated by a sidewalk or not. I know, you're probably asking, why does this even matter? While it might not matter for some, in retrospect, I realized how helpful it is to pay attention to this detail. One reason being, it reduces the amount of foot traffic near your property, allowing you for more privacy. And also, there's no need to stress about clearing the public sidewalk of snow or ice if you don't have one. Number 3, the cost for upgrades with the builders come at a much higher cost. Looking back at my experience, I did not spend my money wisely on upgrades. I focused on aesthetics like pot lights and vanities that I could have bought at a fraction of the price if I had done those upgrades later on. My advice to you is when determining what upgrades to spend your hard-earned money on, focus on structural elements of the home that would cost you more or that would not be possible to do when your home has already been built. So for example, 9-foot ceilings or adding a separate entrance to your home. Also, because there are so many details involved in customizing your home, you will be frequently communicating with the builder. So for this reason, it is best to make sure that you get everything in writing. This way, there is less space for miscommunication or mistakes. 4, possible delays on closing. There are many factors that can cause delays on closing, such as bad weather conditions, issues with building crew, material shortage, and the list goes on. Most people don't know how common building delays actually are. This can be extremely frustrating, especially if you've sold your existing home and have to rent a place until your new home is complete. This is why it's important to have a flexible timeline and a game plan in place in case delays do occur. Being prepared for the worst case scenario will cause less stress and will be that much more exciting if things actually do go according to plans. Number 5, no backyard fencing. It's important to remember that when you now own your newly constructed home, you may not have backyard privacy for some time. It's up to you, the homeowner, to coordinate with your fence-sharing neighbors on when to start the fence building process, the type of fence you all agree on using, and splitting the costs. It helps to have everything in writing, as it can avoid any potential misunderstanding when it comes to cost sharing. Also, make sure you contact your city bylaw in order to get permission to dig, as you will need to do this first before a contractor installs your posts. As you can see, there are many moving parts involved in customizing and purchasing a pre-construction home, which can sometimes feel overwhelming. However, knowing what to expect can help better prepare you to make decisions and handle whatever issues may come your way. I hope this video has given you some insight on things to look out for when buying a pre-construction home. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.